was talking to this customer today. She's like 36 or 37, and she's getting divorced. She was married for like 16 years, and and she just lost her job. She moved into this new condo that we were servicing, and I could kind of see that her life, is fucking. She just got all these boxes and nothing's unpacked and and obviously she's fucking depressed, and we were talking, and I just said to her, not for nothing, this is something that I would probably roll my eyes at. There's a couple things here that to break this down. This stuff already happened. There's nothing we can do about it right now, I mean, you guys could get back together, probably not, whatever. Moving forward, I'm not saying you got to get over it right this second, but the sooner that you realize and you don't hold on to it and go into this loop of feeling hopeless like I did when my brother died, the better off you're going to be. Seen she had a key tag for a gym. I said to her, "You going to the gym?" And she's like, "No." I said, "Okay, well, here's the other thing I would tell you." And she said, "What?" I said, "Well, I would use all of this stuff, to use it as fuel to, show your job. Oh, you fucking fired me? Well, guess what? I'm going to get this job now. Da, 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 da. And, or I'm going to, use my husband as fuel. Like, okay, well, guess what? Now I'm really going to devote time to myself and get my life together and my health and my body the way, or whatever, use it as ammunition, And the only other thing I can tell you is, there's a reason why this stuff happens, and we don't want to hear it, and I know I wouldn't either, but I'm just telling you, the answer isn't in meeting another guy or whatever. The answer isn't in, throwing yourself, into like the night scene or nightlife or drugs or whatever. There's a reason why this stuff happened. You have to be open to the answer to it. It might not reveal itself. God has a way of revealing things if you're sincere, and I don't know if you believe in God, but I'm just telling you, it's been my experience. You can say and do whatever you want. Take this with a grain of salt. But I'm just telling you, don't think that this is a perfect opportunity. I've been here in these situations. I've been in the situation, oh, you lost your job. I lost my girlfriend. I'm going to lose the place that I live. I got a dog. I got blah, 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 blah. You're going to land on your feet, You're going to land on your feet. If you don't take no for an answer, you're going to land on your feet, it's just inevitable. Whatever you believe in. If you're the type of person where you're like, I didn't do anything wrong, whatever, you can question all of this stuff to we're never going to get the answers. Just accept it, fuck it, move on, let's rock and roll, let's get some shit done, let's get on Indeed, let's get some resumes, let's get to the gym, you got a bike in your... And I realize, not everybody's going to grasp it at all, not everybody's going to grasp it right then and there. I said, you're young, you might not realize it, but you're gonna meet somebody else and you're gonna go, man, I really thought I was in love with my first husband. This guy, I would have never dreamed of having a relationship like this. I'm just saying, look at all the things that you can look at. It's always a matter of, is the glass half full or half empty? I look at it like it's half full, even if it is half empty. Even if it looks hopeless, I'm telling you, you have to. The only way through, the only way out is through. You know what I mean? That's the only way, is through it. You got to go through it, and it will make you, when you get through it, it will make you more resilient, and you'll go, I didn't need that motherfucker to begin with. Or he was keeping me down, or this was going on, or that, or whatever. Or, you know, I didn't realize this, but this part of the relationship was very you know, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But I'm just saying, you gotta rock and roll regardless, you know, like, life isn't a Kiss concert, you know what I mean? I know everybody wants to rock and roll all night and party every day, but guess what? There's bills to pay, you know what I mean? There's cats to feed. You gotta find purpose, and you've gotta find meaning, and you've gotta find direction. You're not gonna find it, you know what I mean? You're not gonna find it in a prescription bottle. You're not gonna find it in a whiskey bottle. You're not gonna find it in anything, you know, other than, you know, through, you know, prayer. Pray about it, you know. If you believe in God or you don't believe in God, ask him to reveal himself to you. I'm telling you, I've had some experiences. The last 7 years of my life, I've heard from God on stuff and God will talk to you in a way that you'll know that he's talking to you. And I'm just telling you, it's beyond anything that you can explain in words. But, you know, that's what makes me not stop talking, is I know, because I've seen it. Like, you know, I almost killed myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I almost, like, not even almost, like, I was going to kill myself. Like, it wasn't like I'm saying this now for, like, your attention. I'm saying, like, it had gotten to that point where it was like, there's no other way. You have dug yourself in a hole, and, you know, no one is going to help you. There's no one here. You're never going to get off these drugs. You're never going to get out of pain. You're never going to make anything of your life. You fucked up everything. You know, your girlfriend left you. You know, she just graduated medical school making big bucks. You lost a job making big bucks. You know, bro, you had it, and that's it. And, you know, I said, you know, I reached out to God. I said, God, you're the only one, okay? You're the only one that can help me. You know, there's no other way that this can be done. Only you can deliver me from this. And he did. You know, it wasn't overnight, but he started working. I'm telling you, 4 or 5 hours later, he had the police at my door, and I was in custody detoxing off of pain pills. And I never even left the house. And a guy said that I beat him up. And all the police had to do was check the camera on the corner. And they were too lazy to, and that's God. You know, I'm telling you, God is good all the time. He will do what needs to be done for you. Trust me, he can open doors. He can close people's doors. And he will protect you from people. You know what I mean? If something happened, you know, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not addressing the part of, you know, she played a part in this. She's not, I'm not going to make her the victim, but, man, just go out there and, you know, now that I'm getting fucking old, I'm understanding, like, man, go tear this life up while you can, you know? Go tear this life up while you can. You do not have... Young people, you do not have a fucking endless contingency of summers. Sorry, fire truck. You don't have an endless contingency of summers. You think you do, but you don't. You don't have fucking 6,000 Fridays, 6,000 weekends left. Trust me when I tell you, it may seem like you do, okay? And that's the cool thing about time. When you got a lot of it, you know, it's like having a lot of money. But I'm telling you, we waste money and we waste time, and there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse, man, than seeing a young person waste time. And, man, I wasted fucking 10 years of my life. I couldn't even imagine where I'd be if I only had 5 years like that, and then I turned into the person that God meant me to be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, you know, so it ain't the end of the world, man. It ain't nothing that can't be fixed, you know? It ain't nothing that can't be fixed. Don't give up. Okay, you want to know how you win? I just stopped fucking saying, you know what, I'm not the victim. I don't give a fuck. I'm not giving up. I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm going. I'm on this. I'm going to keep pushing. 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 You know how many people probably that I don't even know, but people would tell me, people in my hometown would watch these videos and clown on me. I'd get a fucking ex-girlfriend's friend from fucking high school hating on me, saying, I'm like, bitch, that tells me that I'm on the right path when people start chipping at you and you're a nobody. That means to me that I've rubbed you the wrong way. You're jealous of something that I have and you wish you had it. So keep going at all costs. Keep going. You've got to get yourself out of the wreckage and swim to the top.